Currently in the U.S., 14 states issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. 35 states ban same-sex marriages in their state constitutions. The opposing side often argues that marriage is strictly between a man and a woman. However, the most popular argument relies on the most sacred text in the world, the Bible.
Marriage equality today is being compared to past movements such as the women's suffrage and civil rights movement. Many celebrities have influenced society with their support and involvement in the LGBT community. Some notable influencers include comedians Neil Patrick Harris and Ellen DeGeneres and athlete Wade Davis. Our group decided to interview 2 individuals who have been impacted by this civic issue. First, we investigated the local community and found the LGBT Center of St. Louis. We interviewed Christine Albert, a board member at the LGBT Center. We also were able to interview a friend who lives in Indianapolis, Indiana, who is a part of the gay community there.
The prime purpose of the LGBT Center of St. Louis is to be a place where we can serve a number of needs in the community. One, people can come to us and find a safe space to really be themselves in any aspect that is. The second thing is we're kind of a clearinghouse for different resources that people would need. If they need access to certain groups or certain services, hopefully they can come to the center, and then we can also direct them out to the organizations that already exist to serve specific needs. Should that be help in the area of AIDS awareness or education or services or youth services or anything to that effect.
So, what does the LGBT Center do in terms of gay marriage equality in Missouri, St. Louis?
Right. We support a lot of the organizations that already exist. Organizations like Promo is really huge. They do a lot of work towards making sure that the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex groups have representation and equal rights as everybody should have. So we work for gay marriage, and we work for anything else that enables our citizens and our groups to have the rights that every other human has just by being a citizen of the United States.
So, what do you think when people describe gay marriage as ruining the sanctity of straight marriages? That often comes up as an argument.
It does. It does very much so. My personal opinion is anything that's centered on love cannot be a threat to anything else that should be centered on love. The idea that gay marriage would destroy the sanctity of straight marriage doesn't sit well with me for one simple reason. If 2 human beings love each other and wish to commit to each other in love, I don't understand how that could ever threaten 2 other human beings' right and ability to commit to each other and to live with each other in love. I don't see how a threat could coexist based on an act of love.
You, at this center, had any significant roadblocks or opposing protests while trying to fight for marriage equality?
We have not had any physical protests here that we found. More than anything else, we found a lot of support, both within the gay community and also the straight community. There's a lot of people who really believe that human rights are just human rights, and your sexuality or how you choose to define yourself is not a basis on deciding whether you should have those basic human rights.
So, how do you feel about, what is your opinions on gay marriage?
Well, since I am a gay individual, I think it's very important because, I mean, we're all the same type of people, if you think about it. Yeah, I might like boys, but why does that not allow me to get married one day and be happy one day with the person I choose to live the rest of my life with?
So, like, what do you think when people say that gay marriage is affecting the sanctity of regular marriage, then?
Well, honestly, I don't understand why it would be affecting that anyway. I mean, if 2 men or 2 women are really in love with each other and they want to have this ceremony to make it official, I don't see how that's putting dishonor on the typical marriage of a man and a female. I mean, it's all the same. We all love each other, so I don't understand what's so different about 2 guys loving each other or 2 women loving each other and then a straight couple loving each other. So it really just doesn't make any sense to me.
How would you feel if they legalized marriage in Indiana?
Well, it might be a while for that. However, I think it would be a great stepping stone because, I mean, Indiana is such a growing state in general. And I feel like once that has been passed and gay people have the right to marry whoever, whenever they want, I think that'll be a great step for Indiana, and it'll really push us into this next coming century and everything, and really put us out there. It would also be awesome for me because then that means I can get married one day here. I don't have to go to a different state to do it.
Although many facilities and programs of support exist, the United States has still not agreed on a side in the dispute of marriage equality. However, in a predominantly changing country, we can expect an interesting future for this civic issue.